Welcome back to the channel. You know me, it's that M.I.C. Craig, aka Mr. Impact, back here on the Mr. Impact Craig YouTube channel, and we are here to this time preview and predict tonight's TNA Plus Victory Road. We got title matches, we've got NXT coming over. We've got a lot to get through, but before we do that, if you haven't already, please hit subscribe. Follow me here, there, and everywhere. Trying to get to 50 subscribers here on YouTube, so if you haven't already, do hit subscribe, as I said. Again, from last episode, a rebrand is coming for the channel. But for now, at least, we'll stick with what we've got. We'll stick with this, predicting TNA, reviewing TNA. And I guess without any further ado, we should kick things off. As tonight on TNA Plus and Twitter TV, if you feel so inclined, is Victory Road 2024. And we'll go straight into the countdown show. Notes written above here. You can't see it on there, but it's up above me. So, countdown show, we will kick off singles action in the X Division, I guess, with Kushida taking on the returning Leon Slater. Glad to see Leon back. Predicting a win for Kushida here. As much as I love Leon, he's been off TV, I don't even know how long. I'm assuming probably has something to do with the internet going down for the world. Just a little thing like that, stopping Leon from being on TV on a regular basis. Has been competing on independence here in the UK, so he's still been out there, just hasn't been on TNA for a while. But he's back, and on the countdown to Victory Road, we'll face Kushida. And as I said, I'm going to go with the Kushida win. As much as I love Leon, and I did predict that within a year of his TV debut in the States, he'll be X Division champion. Don't see that happening. But hey, I want to be wrong. I think I want Leon to win. I do think with Kushida, but I want Leon. Just so we can get that step on to being X Division champion. Because what a talent. But no, I'm going to go with Kushida for the win on this one. Next up is a match I'm surprised is on the countdown show, given how this could be a match of the night contender if it was on the main card. It could still be, but time constraints on the countdown may affect it and have a bad impact on it. But it's Steve Macklin and Eric Young taking on the tag team of Jake Something and Hammerstone. And oh my goodness, what a team. That's a team you do not want to mess with. I'm going to go with EY and Macklin now, which is unfortunate because this team of Something and Hammerstone should destroy every team in their way. I want them to be a regular team, just off the interaction they had on TNA this week. I need that team. I need it. Need it. But I'm going to go with EY and Macklin for the win, potentially cementing their run, or the beginning for them as a tag team going forward. So Macklin and EY for the dub. So that would be the countdown. I'm a big fan of the countdown shows, as you know. They serve a massive purpose, and this one looks like a banger of a countdown. So let's see how it goes. But 30 minutes, which is unfortunate. But hey, standard for a countdown show in TNA. So we're going to stick with Kushida winning his match, and then Macklin and EY winning theirs. Very tag team heavy, this card. We'll get into that now. Speaking of tag teams, we go into the match I'm predicting will start it, but we don't know. I've literally just written down the matches that I thought are probably going to be on the card in what order, or the matches that came to my head. So we'll go into tag team action of PCO, the digital media and international heavyweight wrestling champion, and his best man, his groomsman, Rhino and PCO. I can't remember if I made that clear, but it's Rhino and PCO taking on Matt Cardona and a tag team partner of Matt Cardona's choosing, and that's Steph Delander. This story, this whole thing they've got going on with PCO, Matt Cardona, Seth Delander. This is no disrespect to them, because as I said, I'm a huge fan of the Countdown show. This is more of a countdown match than Macklin and EY and something and Hammerstone. That's more of a main card match. But hey, I guess because there's a champion involved, it kind of may have to make it on the main card. I don't know what's going to happen here. You'd think Seth Delander will cost Matt Cardona and her the match. I don't think she will. We had Cardona stating no finger poke of doom, no helping her husband, no doing this, blah 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 blah. I think Steph won't help PCO and they'll win the match. I'm gonna see Cardona and Steph Delander win this match. I mean, if they do, maybe Steph isn't involved in the decision of this one, but potentially it could set up PCO versus Cardona in a singles match for the titles, maybe in the Monsters Ball at Bound for Glory. Who knows at this point? But I think that could be where we're heading, resulting in Steph Delander helping Cardona win the match, win the singles match, and win the titles against PCO. But yeah, it's had a nice enough build, I guess. It's very predictable when Cardona said that he was allowed to choose his tag team partner. And this is fine. It's what it is. I'm not... Yeah, it should be good. Like, be entertaining at least. Rhino still is the same. PCO could just do crazy stuff. Cardona's entertaining, and Steph Delander, this whole thing Steph Delander makes it more entertaining. So, let's... But I'm going to go with Cardona and SDL on this one. Following that, we'll go to the X Division Championship. Zachary Wentz, in his first defense of the X Division Championship, faces the former champion in Speedball Mike Bailey in singles action. Simple enough. Zachary Wentz for the win here. Or potentially, I don't want it to be, because if rumours are to be believed, this is Speedball's last match in TNA. And I want it to be a clean win. So, okay, so I'm gonna go with Wentz to retain. And then after the match, Wesley attacks Zachary Wentz. Wesley from NXT, Desmond Xavier, attacks Zachary Wentz after the match. And to set up for their street fight they're face to face next week on NXT, I believe, to set up. I think they got face to face again. I'm not sure, but yeah, to set up their street fight on NXT on the CW in 2 weeks' time. So Zachary Wentz to retain, Wesley to attack Zachary Wentz, leading to the match, because I've got a feeling the Wesley will win on NXT. We'll get into that on the HCW show squared with Dan, aka D.Z. Yeah. But we're going to get the third match, and I think it'll be Bound for Glory for the X Division Championship, which I'm all down for. But for this one, Zachary Wentz to retain over Speedball Mike Bailey, and Wesley to attack Wentz. Next up, we'll go to the TNA World Tag Team Championships as the ABC. Ace Austin and Chris Bay take on, the former champions in their rematch. The Systems, Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards for the TNA World Tag Team Championships. Is this a System reboot? Maybe, but I don't think so. I'm going to stick with the ABC to retain. Hope I'm right. Yeah, I'm going to stick with ABC. Because you've got a few challenges here and there to... but then again, because this is all going to Bound for Glory eventually, right? No, I'm going to stick with ABC. Nemeth the Hardys at Bound for Glory. Yeah, I think ABC. Then it's Joe Hendry will take on Josh Alexander, the walking weapon. Build's been decent enough, although like Hendry seems forgotten about what Josh did to him because he wanted to focus on NXT, seeming like. Nice back and forth last night. Josh making some really good points that he should be the one representing TNA in NXT, but instead they choose Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry had a song for Josh. Made me laugh, I gotta admit. It's still, Joe Hendry's still very entertaining when it comes to these type of things. The Wish Kurt Angle, which, for being honest, a Wish Kurt Angle is still better than original Joe Hendry. So I'm gonna go. As much as I want Josh to win, I'm gonna have to say Joe Hendry. Just because they're building him more. I don't want it to be, but it probably will be. So I'm gonna say Joe Hendry to beat Josh Alexander. I want to be wrong on this one, but I don't see a way of how they can do it. Yeah, Joe Hendry for the win. Next note. The Knockouts World Tag Team Championships. It is the Militia taking on Spitfire for the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championships. It's do or die for Spitfire. If Spitfire don't win the tag titles, they will disband as a team. And I'm gonna say Spitfire win. Because if you disband Spitfire, who is really there to challenge for the tag titles? Who do you have? Is Lish even going to be medically cleared to compete in this match? I don't know. It's so up in the air, but you cannot have Spitfire lose. Plus, if Lish can't compete and the Spitfires do win, you've got the added thing of, well, you didn't beat us, you didn't beat me. I'm one half of the Knockouts World Tag Team Champions. You didn't beat the Knockouts World Tag Team Champions to win the titles. So you've got that added bonus to go into that story, but is Lish capable of... Is Lish medically cleared? Spitfire aren't going to lose because who's next? You've got potentially Wendy, Choo and Rosemary to join the tag title ranks. You've got Heather Reckless, now wants to be the protege of Ash by Elegance. There's that, but beyond that, it is not an awful lot going on in this Knockouts tag division. In the Knockouts division in general, for being completely honest here. But I'm going to say Spitfire to win the Knockouts World Tag Team Championships. Then the last tag team match of the night, as announced last night on TNA, the Hardys will be at Victory Road, and they are taking on First Class, AJ Francis and Casey Navarro. Hardys for the win on this one, to get them further into the talks for the number contenders for the tag titles. Yeah, should be okay. This isn't going to be the most entertaining match. Casey Navarro's going to have to work his arse off. Yeah, not he doesn't anyway. Not that he doesn't anyway, but yeah, he's going to have to work his arse off for this one. But I'm going to say the Hardys to win. Which is a shame because Casey could do some wins. So Hardys to win against First Class. Then we'll go to the Knockouts World Championship match. Jordynne Grace defends against NXT's Wendy Choo, the Sleepy Nightmare, the Sleepy whatever they're calling it. Jordynne to retain here. Obviously, we can go on and on about who's going to be the first person to win a title in NXTNA in this whole thing. Who will be the first one? It's not going to be Wendy Choo. Like Wendy Choo, this new character is developing really well in NXT. You've got the added influence of Rosemary in this character work, so it can be really, really good. I just don't see Jordynne losing. Maybe we get Rosemary involved in some way. Probably will. Interestingly enough, Wendy Choo posted on social media saying, because on TNA this week, Jordynne Grace said, plenty of people from NXT are welcome in TNA, but Wendy Choo isn't one of them after she took her out twice. Wendy Choo responded on social media saying that I'm coming to TNA whether you like it or not, and I have more friends than you think in TNA. I wonder who she could be talking about. I genuinely do. If you know, please let me know in the comments. But Jordynne Grace to retain, it's almost a cert at this point. Should be a great match. Give him some time, because this is more like it. This is more like a relationship, a working relationship between two companies. No disrespect to anyone's come over so far, bar Charlie Dempsey. Wendy Choo is actually a name people know in NXT. This should be good. I'm excited to see what they pull off. But I've got to go with the Juggernaut. She's gonna take Gail's record for most defenses. I believe it's Gail Kim who's got the record for most defenses at the minute, but yeah, so there we have that. Then the main event for the TNA World Championship, it's Nick Nemeth taking on Moose. I'm gonna go with Nemeth. I don't know what's gonna be next to the system if they lose tonight. They can do stuff surely. Like you've got Battle for Glory coming up. You've got the NXTNA stuff. If you want faction wars, just look at NXT. You've got 2 to choose from. Like you've got 2 factions to choose from. It used to be 3 with Chase U, but Ridge. So you've got the family. You've got the NQCC. So something can happen here, but I don't see Moose winning. Nemeth's got a whole title to at least Battle for Glory. Don't know who's going to take it from him, for being completely honest. I think they're setting up towards Santana, but I think Santana's my choice to win the Coil Shot Gauntlet at Bound for Glory. So I don't know how they're going to play this out. Maybe Moose does win it, and does Moose win and then defends against Nemeth at Bound for Glory? Because I don't... it's got to be 1-1, but then Moose has got to get a rematch, hasn't he? If they tie it up in matches, like Moose has got to get another match. I'm going to stick with Nemeth though. The build's been fine for this match. It's standard, like, because it's only been 2 weeks since emergence, so it's been a very quick turnaround because it had to be because of the timing. But all in all, I'm about a 7.5 out of 10 for this card. Again, it's got nothing to do with how they built it, because had they had longer, I'm sure it would have been built differently. The fact I'm a 7.5 out of 10 for a card that's only had 2 weeks build, I'm excited for it. So there we go. Let me know what you think about the show, what you're looking forward to and what you're not looking forward to. Let me know your predictions for who will win their matches. Also, what's next for the people after the champions after this? Who's next in line? Because they haven't really been building from within the ranks that much. Tag team division looks okay for now, because you've got the Hardys to immediately take that spot. That's more than fine. So, but the rest seems a bit interesting, shall we say. But anyway, there we have it. As I said, let me know your thoughts and feelings about tonight's show. Also, shout out Pennsylvania crew for this will be their first, not first, but they're watching Victory Road tonight. Trying to get back into watch TNA properly. So, not sure I picked the right one necessarily to get into, considering this is just a very quick turnaround for a PLE. But shout out to Mike and Nikki from Pennsylvania. You might see them in this video. You might see them in the video at some point. I don't know. But as I said, let me know your thoughts, feelings about this card. Once again, follow me here, there, and everywhere. Like, share, support wrestling. I've been that MIC. Goodbye, my friends.